Hello everyone, and welcome to the Trending in My Life podcast, episode 102. This week, ordering takeout. If only life was as easy as ordering off the takeout menu. You decide what flavoursome food you fancy and Google their takeaway menu, then you decide. I'll have a sweet and fulfilling life with a side of adventure, romance for dessert, and a bottomless cup of happiness. Let's explore this today and see where we go. I've noticed that decisions in my life that I procrastinate about and that take me a long time to finally decide, I think, is it better to do this? Is it better to do that? Those are the worst ones. Once I decide on something, I stick to it and I focus on all the steps it takes to get there. And when I've done that, that's the easy bit because I only have one direction to go in. I only have one purpose to reach. The times that you are worrying about, well, is it a right choice? Maybe I should have gone the other way. Should I really do this or shouldn't I do it? That's the worst. You're procrastinating about it, you're second guessing yourself, and those kind of decisions, they never feel as good as when you make the decision clear cut and right, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to stick with it, whatever happens, that's the way I'm going. And those are the good life decisions where you can feel very positive about following that course. Now, the takeout menu. We don't order a lot of takeout, but we do on special occasions or sometimes because we've had a really bad week and it's like, let's have takeout. I'm not the best person at ordering takeout, but like this evening, it's been a really hot day, so don't want to cook anything, don't want to even microwave anything. So we're ordering from Pho tonight, and we're going to have soupy, noodly things, nice and light and fresh, and that was the sort of taste that was most fitting with the kind of day it is, and it was an easy choice to make. However, you then get to the individual items menu and it's, you'll quite often have, do you want a side of this and do you want a side of that, or do you want a drink with it, or do you want a dessert with it? And sometimes I'm not so good at making the smaller decisions. I'm quite good at making the big ones, like what kind of meal do I feel like? Because it is how you feel. It's an emotional choice. What you feel like at the time. Do you want spicy? Do you want pizza? Sometimes it's easy because the menu is limited on those smaller items. And I find the more choice it is, the more difficult it can be. So yes, we're not all perfectly clear on our decisions about every tiny bit of our life. But on the big things, it's always good to make a clear-cut decision. And you may have to research and you may have to do a trial run and stuff like that before you stick to it. But at least making the decision itself is better if you can do it. Not instantly, but with forcefulness, with decision making, clear cut, yes, I'm going to do this. There must be a word for that, all combined, but I can't think what it is. And I've definitely got better at that the older I've got in life. I certainly worried too much in my 20s and in my early 20s, I would say. I worried too much about stuff and was this right, was that right, and regretting not trying this and that. And certainly as I've got older in life, I've been much more, I'm going to do that, I'm going to give that a go, or I need to do that so that I've got enough money so that I can do that. And I think as you get older, you get more determined to get the result you want. Sometimes the path you take isn't quite as direct as you'd like, but you do get more committed to, I want that eventually, so that's what I'm going to have. Anyway, like I said in the beginning, if only life was as easy as ordering off the takeout menu. And that's the only thing on the takeout menu. There's you and the items of food that are being sold, and you just have to pick. So it's just a case of what you want off that menu. But in life, you can pick what you want. You can pick a career you want, but there are other influences. There are family, there are friends that will influence how you feel about what you do for a job. There's your employer who will influence how you feel. When you start a job, it might be absolutely amazing, but if you stay with it for a lot of years, sometimes it changes. Your boss might change, the company might change into a different type of company. You might have a job where you've ended up working remotely a lot of the time. You're at home in the spare room with your laptop set out on a makeshift desk in front of the window. You never imagined that half your working life would be like that. Some people really excel and enjoy that, but others miss the social aspect of saying hello to people that they work with, chatting about what their home life is like or what they did at the weekend. And the decision that they made to take that job, now the job isn't the same. The job's completely different. And they're in this place in their life where they think, well, do I change a job that I enjoy doing just because of that aspect of it? And there's a decision to be made there. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. There's a lot of companies that do remote working, but there are still ones that do a 5-day week. And you go into an office, or it could be any kind of job, and you have to actually be there and turn up. And some of the people that do that job would think it was marvellous if they could do it from home instead. We're all different. We all like things a certain way. So let's go back to the takeout menu and see if we can apply it to other decisions that you need to make, to see if we can make them more clear-cut. Do you fancy some sushi tonight, or do you prefer a pizza? Simple enough. You either want one or the other. Now, let's apply that to relationships. You're out in a club and see someone that you like, but then as you turn round to pick up your drink, someone taps you on the shoulder and you turn and see somebody different. That person's quite nice as well. Now, what decision do you have here? Should you pursue the first person that you saw and were attracted to, or should you find out what this person's like that's clearly attracted to you because they've approached you? Well, is it Thai food tonight, or are we having burger and chips? Who knows? But there's a decision to be made, and it's much better if you don't think, oh, I'm not sure, which one should I go with? Or if you think to yourself, oh gosh, I wish I picked that one. Just make the decision, stick to it, and don't look back. It makes the decision feel better. It makes the decision stronger on a better foundation. Let's apply it to something else. Okay, you have a big purchase to make. It might be a car. Yeah, let's make it a car. And you go to a dealership and you see something that you can afford. It's practical. It's reliable. But there's that one over there that's shiny and kind of flash. And you'd look really cool in that. It would be pushing the budget a long, long way. and you really shouldn't. I mean, the practical one is the one that you should go for, but would you always regret it if you didn't go for the flash one? Decision to be made. Go back to your takeout menu. Are we having a German kebab, or are we having Vietnamese tonight? It's more clear cut, isn't it? You would definitely want one, not the other. You'd look at the other, but then think, no, that's what I like. That's what I'm having. And with the car situation, whichever you choose, neither is the wrong decision. You just have to be content with that decision. You just have to back it all the way. And it's like, if you took the practical one that you could afford, you could feel good about the fact that you stuck to what you felt you could afford, and you won't have to worry about any stretching of the budget or anything. Every day you drive it, you'll know it's reliable, and you can feel good about that decision. But equally, if you pushed the boat out and bought the flash one, then you can also go 100% behind that decision, that commitment. And every day you get in it and drive down the street, you feel like a superstar and you think, this is amazing. And the thing is, you can always sell it later down the line. It'll halve in value as soon as you get in it. But the point is, you will have had your moment, and you need to stick behind that decision, because if you make that decision, drive that flash car, and constantly worry about not being able to afford it and thinking, oh, I really shouldn't have done this, you're not enjoying the thing that you bought. You have to 100% back that decision. Don't regret anything, just enjoy it while you have it. And in that same way, whatever you pick off that takeout menu, you're just going to wait for it to arrive and you're going to thoroughly enjoy it. And when you have that wait, you're not thinking, oh, I wish I'd picked another meal. You're just thinking, oh gosh, I wish it had come quicker. I'm so hungry. And you just want it to arrive so that you can eat it. And that's the great thing about it. It's so simple. It's like, I've made that decision, I've ordered it, it's on its way, and I can't wait to eat it. And when it arrives, you eat it, you thoroughly enjoy it, and you're happy that you made that decision. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a life where we make decisions, where we can be happy about them. So every time you order off the takeout menu now, think about one of your big life decisions. Think, okay, it's just a takeout menu. Let's make that decision and decide. Because if you had a takeout menu in front of you, you would decide. You're hungry, you want it to arrive, you will make the decision between one thing and another. You'll just decide so that you can get it. Wouldn't life be good if decisions were as simple as choosing off the takeout menu? Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and come back next time. And if you'd like, please drop a comment. What's your favourite takeout?